Today's episode is about having eye contact when you're speaking. Stay tuned.
Introverted Intellect, helping you overcome shyness, social anxiety, depression, and utilizing the power of being an introvert.
Welcome to
Introverted Intellect, a podcast for introverts.
Hello everybody, how you doing today on a Thursday, almost the weekend, yay. Finals are coming up for some of you students out there, and I hope you guys have the most absolute best of times or best of luck. I hated my finals so incredibly much because it gave me unnecessary stress, and that stress begot me having anxiety, and then the anxiety begot not as good as grades and focus on the test as I would have liked. But nonetheless, I got through, and in the end, I'm going to tell you guys right now, I might be, and this might be really bad, but grades don't really matter in the long run, I feel. You know, you can definitely do better in life without getting a C, Anyways, I don't want to get into that. I'll get into that later. But right now, today's podcast has nothing to do with what I just said. It's about eye contact and your conversations. Why is that so freaking important? Well, first of all, let's give it a 3-reason thing. I didn't even prepare for my 3 reasons, but I know for sure, the first reason is that it creates connection. Look at you and look at the other person, right? Just picture yourself meeting somebody new. If you're literally staring off in the distance away from the person as you're meeting somebody new, what do you think that's going to feel for the other person? How about you turn around and when you meet somebody else and they're looking away as they're shaking your hand, what does that do? That creates a huge disconnect, right? A huge disconnect. And that's reason 1. You need to have connection and a good first impression when you first meet somebody, right? Number 2 is, I have no idea what number 2 would be. That's really it, actually. I think that's all the reasons, really, just having that connection. But for sure, when you're gonna give eye contact, you really have to maintain that eye contact. To constantly dot your eyes here and there really makes you seem a little weird, for 1, and 2, it makes you seem a little like you're hiding something. What are you hiding? What are you hiding, John? You keep looking around and blinking your eyes, but you're not giving me any eye contact. If you think about it, you ever thought about the times that when somebody would yell at me, or when you would yell at somebody else? It's so hard to maintain eye contact. If you notice that. If you guys ever seen the interview with Sway and Kanye West, you don't got the answers, Sway. You don't got the answers. Kanye West never made any kind of eye contact or Sway. It was weird. I just find it so weird when that happens. And usually when I'm in a conversation with a bunch of people, I make eye contact with every single person like I'm talking to that's listening to me. Because when you think about it, when you're sitting down in a table, right, and there's let's say there's a table of, let's say, 3 people, and there's one person's talking and 2 people are listening. If that one person's only looking at one person and never looking at the other person, that person being the eye neglected from the gaze of your eyes or whoever's talking's eyes, they really feel disconnected from the conversation. That's why I look at the camera, because I don't know who's watching me and who's just listening to me. But I don't look at the camera often because I'm looking at notes or something. But even in the camera, like you looking in the camera, it gives you more of a connection. Staring into my eyes. Eye contact is huge. It really helps people acknowledge the presence of other people. When I'm talking to somebody, as I was saying, like at a dinner table, say the one I'm talking and then there's 2 other people. Maybe somebody asks me a question. Person A asks me a question. Person B is listening. I will look at person A, answer the question, and then I'll look at person B, and as I'm answering, look at person B. So that I acknowledge person B, and I'm also answering person B just as much as I'm answering person A. This is because I want them to be all engaged in the conversation. I notice that when people constantly just stare at another person without acknowledging me in a to me, you know what it tells me? It tells me they're not comfortable with me. They're not comfortable with my presence. They're not comfortable with they might find me intimidating, or they might find me they don't want to respect me. It just not, there's no connection. So sometimes like force them to like look at me. I'll ask them a question, be like, yo, what is this, I don't get all like super, I don't get all like aggressive about it, but like I demand, like, you need to give me attention now. Sorry, I don't do that, but I do like and admire people who do work the room with their eyes, so I just wanted to mention that. Because I just feel like it's important. Like, people got to know. Like, it's just, if people don't know this, they're not going to do it. I mean, I've done that before. I've talked to somebody without even acknowledging the people that are listening. Because I did it because I didn't respect the person who was listening. It was so rude of me to do. And I realized that shouldn't have been the case. I shouldn't have done that. But I was upset because they were overhearing the conversation. They just kind of budged in the conversation. Like, I got pissed off. And I'm like, I'm not even going to look at you. I'm just going to talk to the person because I'm asking the person, not you. But it is rude too. Sometimes to just budge in a conversation and just say something. It's like, yo, I'm not even talking to you right now. If you want to get into this conversation, just be like, yo, what are you guys talking about? I noticed that I overheard this. And yeah, it's just etiquette. Okay. So I wasn't like all that. I was kind of justified in being angry, but I shouldn't have been like that. So I'm sorry to that person. You'll never know who you are because you'll probably never listen to this podcast. Maybe you will, but you won't know who it is. Anyways, I just want to end with that. Eye contact is immensely important, and I know that in some countries this is not the case. I know that some of you guys aren't listening all in your United States. If that's the case, then by all means, respect your culture and the way you do eye contact. But know this, a lot of countries and a lot of places out there, the eye contact is huge, okay? If it's an elder or a younger one, it might be different, okay? But overall, especially you guys in America, eye contact is so utterly important for you to just begin the connection. Because without it, you're just looking like you're like a crazy person looking everywhere except the person that you're not even talking to, okay? Anyways, that's all I got to say for now. Thank you guys for listening. And this is Johnny Raxa with the Introverted Intellect. Introverted Intellect and Johnny Raxa are two different entities, okay? Johnny Raxa is my name. Introverted Intellect is just the brand, okay? All right? Nobody asked me about that anyway, so I don't even know why I'm saying that. All right, peace.
We are what you make it.